We're out with Browning Pro-22.
40 grain lead round nose. On paper, it looks like a step above your typical bulk 22.
It's got a target crimp, supposed to minimize bullet jump into rifling.
But is it actually more accurate, more reliable, or just another box with a different label? Today, we put it to the test. The first group at 0.63 inches, 1.21 MOA. Opening up to 1.14 inches. Yeah, 7-shot group, 0.67 inches. Three shots at 0.53 inches, 1 MOA. .75 inches. .52 inches. .96 inches. The last shot killed it, opening up to a 1.07 inch group. Finishing up at 0.55 inches.
Let's go down and check that out. That's more than I was expecting.
Finishing up with an overall group average of 0.76 inches, 1.45 MOA.
Got the Browning Pro-22, 40 grain projectile. Rumors say that this is produced by Winchester. Interesting thing is, has a target crimp unlike any other Winchester. Proprietary to Browning, doesn't make a difference. Let's see how it does through the CZ457. Downrange, 50 yards, 5-shot groups. Here we go. Gonna be lining up with target number 2. Oh boy, this is going to be one of those. Fowlers, don't get too upset yet. All right.
Given benefit of the doubt for that wild cold bore shot, 0.74 inches. A 4-shot group, 0.33 inches. A 6-shot group, 0.7 inches. .75 inches, 1.44 MOA. .73 inches. A 1-inch group. .52 inches.
Huh.
1.43 inches. .8 inches. Let's take a look at the big picture. For an overall group average of 0.78 inches, 1.48 MOA.
All right, folks, there you go. Browning Pro-22. Next up, TX-22. We've got 6 rounds of the Browning Pro-22 through the TX-22 competition. 25 yards, 3-inch steel. Let's see what it does. Browning Pro-22 through the TX-22. See its bright.
Rated at 1085, it puts Browning Pro-22 squarely in the standard velocity range. The 1022 averaged 1031 feet per second, 5% below the advertised, but we had an alarming low of 954, 12% below. With a high of 1140, the CZ457 had an average of 1097, right there near that 1085. Through the 5 1/4 inch barrel of the TX-22, we had between an 11 and 23% loss of velocity. 16% is average, but that's more than a swing than we'd normally see. All 3 platforms suffered a high SD between 27 and 37 and an extreme spread between 116 and 131. With these velocity swings, I would expect this ammo to shoot much worse than it actually does. Does what's inside the case make a difference? Let's take a look. We dissected a few rounds of the Browning Pro-22, and here's what we found. With a total weight variation from 50.79 to 51.98, almost 1.2 grains. The rim thickness checked in a 15,000ths of an inch variation, which is average for most ammo, with a hard shell wax-like coating. The bullet had a 1.14 grain variation, which corresponded with the overall case weight, but don't let that fool you. Using a duplex type powder with small discs and beads, there's a 0.13 grain variation in the powder. The case in the priming application, 0.06 of a grain. That's pretty consistent. But overall, a 0.14 grain variation in the total case weight. So where does Browning Pro-22 land? Across both rifles, it was reliable and turned in an average group right around 3/4 of an inch. Velocity stayed within 5% of that 1085 rating, but the spread told a different story, a higher SD and an ES than you'd expect. We saw some variation in overall weight, mostly in the bullet itself, which could explain some of the inconsistency. That said, it shot better than the velocity numbers and the build consistency would suggest. With a little weight sorting, there's probably even more potential there. Overall, if the price is right, it's definitely worth picking up. This is a solid budget plinker. That's my take on it. Let me know what you've seen with it. I want to hear from you. What do you want to see tested next? Until next time, Crafty Fireman's 10-7.